Hello friends, welcome to Mindful Monday. My name is Tamara Vodovos and I am teaching today from Virginia. I'm down here in this granny basement with a lovely fireplace behind me. It feels like such a nice and cozy space to practice today. So I invite you to create a little cozy environment for yourself to follow along this class. What you'll need is to open up some floor space and gather a couple of cushions. So just any regular cushion is fine so that we can sit, and also so we can do a few restorative poses towards the end. So let's get ready to practice today mindfulness with meditation and gentle movement. I'm going to scoot back here and sit on my cushions. So I'm using these two cushions stacked to give me some height. What we want is for the hips to be a little bit higher than the knees. So this way, when I cross my legs, the knees can go down towards the floor and the hips tilt slightly forward, creating a natural lumbar curve. And that feels very comfortable and sustainable. So you don't want to be in a position where you're struggling and it's not going to be sustainable. You want to find a comfortable seated position. Another option is to straddle the cushions, and that works very well for some people. And if sitting on the floor is just not happening for you today, you can always sit on the edge of the couch, edge of your bed. Just don't lay back because we want to stay awake. I will stay cross-legged for this meditation. And also make sure that you are in a space where you will not be disturbed. And if it's necessary, if you need to tell everyone at home, like, hey, I'm going to practice yoga for an hour, and they'll know. And then they won't come in knocking on the door or looking for you. That's really important, to create this container where you can really drop in and immerse yourself fully into your practice. Definitely make sure that you're warm enough. If you need layers, or if you can have a fireplace behind you, even better. What a gift to be practicing in such a warm space. So now that you've created that environment for yourself and you're seated, let's go ahead and move our body a little bit, taking your shoulders up, back, and down. So we want to prepare the body to be quiet and still. Ancient times, and still today, the practices of asana, of all the yoga poses, were designed in our practice so that we can feel comfortable in our body during meditation. Let's go ahead and inhale, reaching one arm up and over. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale, reach the other arm up and over. Exhale to the center. And repeat twice more to each side, following with your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. And on your exhale, twist and turn, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, arms up towards the center. Exhale to the other side, twist, turn, look over your shoulder. Inhale, come back up, inhale, and repeat twice more to each side. And exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment to honor this space, this time that you've set aside to take care of yourself, to practice mindfulness. And let that gratitude overflow towards all the things that and all the people that make it possible for you to have this space and this time to practice mindfulness. Go ahead and release your hands, let them rest on your thighs. Close your eyes. Let yourself lean back just a little, as if you could rest and be supported by all these wonderful things and people. Make it possible to have this space, this time. Relax your body, starting from the top of your head, and letting relaxation wash through you with every exhale. With every exhale, softening, releasing, and dropping in a little bit deeper. Noticing if there are different parts of your body that feel tight or tense. You're making a gentle effort to let it go. Relax your forehead, your eyelids, the skin around the temples, the cheeks. Let the lips drop softly. Unhinge your jaw, allowing some space between the teeth. Let the throat be open towards the back. And take a deep breath towards the back of the throat, relaxing the base of the tongue. Exhale through your mouth. Let that wave of relaxation continue to flow down your body, relaxing the skin on the back of your neck, the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, the chest. Let the arms drop heavy and sink down towards the floor. Release your back, your belly. Let the hips and the thighs sink down into your seat, into the cushions, into the floor. Relax the calves, the ankles, the feet, and the toes. more. Deeper and deeper layers of releasing. Deeper and deeper layers of unwinding. Deeper and deeper levels of opening. And even deeper capacity of listening. Just let yourself relax and sink in. We'll be here for 10 minutes. your mouth. Very softly lower your chin towards your chest. Open your eyes, open your hands, and take in the vision of your body. Have a moment of gratitude for this body, for this vehicle that makes it possible to have this human experience. And with your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bringing your hands together in front of your heart. And release. Let's extend our legs. Come off of our cushions, off of our seat. And leave the cushions off to the side. We'll be using them shortly. Extend your legs and circle your ankles, spread your toes. If it feels good to open the legs wide, you can do that. Make sure to circle your ankles in both directions and really spread those toes. Waking them up. Shake them out. Maybe even a little tapping, making soft fist with your hands, and tapping up and down the thighs, on the side, on the front, on the inside, and on the calves. On the side and on the inside. Bring your hands to the floor behind you and open the chest, really getting those shoulders back and shoulder blades down. Press the hands into the floor, bend your knees, bringing your feet hip width apart, and allow a little bit of space so the heels are not too close to your hips, but a little bit in front. Take a deep breath, open the chest, and exhale. Lift your hips. Inhale, let the hips drop down to the floor. Exhale, lift the hips, shoulders back and down. Let's repeat 3 times, following with your breath. Down, hug your knees, and let your forehead rest down towards the forearms. Maybe rest on the wrist. Behind you once more, and this time separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips so that you can bring your knees down to the floor, side to side, and when the knee comes towards the inside, it matches the arch of the other foot. Notice that both knees have have enough space to come down to the floor. And allow your hips to move as much as they need to so that both knees can come down to the floor. And just notice what it feels like to move this way. Notice any interesting or new sensations in your hips or in your spine, or whatever sensations you're feeling. So wherever they're located, just noticing that. It's not good or bad. There's no need to judge it. It just is. And the next time that your knees come down to your left, press down into your left hand. Press the shins down into the floor. Inhale, lift the hips and lift your right arm up and over. Exhale, bringing it back down. If this is too intense on your wrist, you can come down to your forearm and lift the hips and the arm up and over. And let's repeat 3 times. Breathing as you move. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And we'll go to the other side. Same as we did before. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to release down. And taking care of yourself. If it's too intense on the wrist, you can come down to your forearm. Last one. And back to center. Hold the back of your knees and roll down to the floor. Hug your knees in towards the chest and rock a little bit side to side. Extend your arms, holding each knee in one hand. Take the knees wide and rock side to side. All right, I'm bringing the feet down to the floor, about hip width apart, and where you can almost or barely touch your heels with your fingertips. On your inhale, reach the arms up and overhead and lift the hips off the ground. Exhale, slowly bringing down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, slowly peel the spine off the floor. Exhale, lowering one vertebra at a time. Tilt your hips forward as you lift. And as you lower, keep that tilt so that the low back, your lumbar spine, can also curl down and come into contact with the floor. Let's repeat 3 more. Following the breath. Perhaps even closing your eyes so that you can visualize your spine. You can visualize your bones moving slowly with each breath. And hug your knees in. And bring your forehead up towards the knees. Squeezing yourself into a tight little ball. And release. Extend the legs for a moment, shake them out. Reach the arms up overhead, shake them out too. Releasing any excess tension. So you want to move in a way that's slow and fluid. And of course, there is some effort in the movements we're doing, but we don't want to stay tense. We want to create the effort in an easeful and fluid way. So if any of these movements are difficult or not accessible to you today, please modify to a way that feels more easeful for you. Okay, bending the knees once more. Feet on the floor about hip width apart. And cross, let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. And keep your hands out to the sides and a little bit wide so that it feels stable. And with your next inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bring it down. Let's repeat 3 more. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and press the thigh into the hands. Flex the feet, spread the toes, and extend and bend the left knee 3 times. One more, extend, spread those toes. Press the heel up towards the ceiling. And bend the knee. Now interlace your fingers in front of the shin, if that's available to you. Otherwise, just keep it behind the thighs. And hug your legs in towards your body. Now you'll feel that nice deep stretch in your right thigh and glutes. Release. With your left hand, hold the right ankle and take your legs all the way to the left. So left foot comes down to the floor. Keep the right knee up and pressing away from you. And open the left arm to the left. Look to the left. Deep breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And roll roll over to your left side, extend the left leg, and come up onto the left forearm. Press your right foot strongly down to the floor and press the pinky side of your left foot down into the floor. Keep the feet flexed. Strong here in the shoulder. So instead of letting the shoulder collapse here, let's make a little effort to really push away from the floor and keep the shoulder back and away from your ear. Keeping that mindful engagement, take a deep breath and lift your hips, reaching your right arm up and over. Exhale, bring it back down. Let's repeat 3 more. Last one. And hold. Making a little effort here to strengthen the body. Feel the body waking up. Feel the fire lighting up in your core. And slowly release. Come back to your spine. Shake the legs out. Rock a little bit side to side if that feels good. Releasing any unwanted tension. Now let's go to the other side. So now let's cross the left ankle over the right foot. And bring the arms wide to support you. Take a deep breath. Remember to tilt the hips forward. So the first thing that comes up is the hips as you lift up. Exhale. Bring it down. Repeat 3 more. Hug or interlace the hands behind the right thigh and press the thigh into the hands away from you. Spread the toes, flex the feet. And extend the right leg and bend it. Extend, pressing the heel up towards the ceiling and bend. Repeat twice more. And either keeping the hands behind the thigh or bringing the hands to the shin. Take a deep breath. And exhale, hug the legs in towards your body. Feeling a nice deep stretch in the left thigh and glutes. Release. With your right hand, hold the left ankle and bring your feet, your legs all the way to the right. Press the left knee away from you and open the left arm to the left and look to the left. Deep breaths here. Big inhale, exhale through your mouth. And slowly roll over to your right side. Extend the right leg and come up onto the right forearm. Flex the feet, spread the toes, and make sure that you are in one plane, meaning that the legs are not forward, but they are in a straight line with your shoulders, hips, and feet. Also remember to not let the shoulder collapse, but to actively press down into the floor through the right arm. Connect the feet to the floor, take a deep breath, and press into the floor to lift the hips up. Exhale, lower them down. Let's repeat. Strong lift. Exhale down. Twice more. Let's lift one more time and keep it up. Breathing, engaging, pressing strong into the floor. Bring your belly into your spine. Light up the fire, the internal fire. And release. Roll onto your back. Whew. Shake a little bit. You can rock a little side to side. Extend the legs, whatever feels good. And roll onto your belly. Bend the knees. Come up onto the forearms and sway your feet side to side. Bring your chest down, your head down onto your hands, and take a few deep breaths into your belly. Bring your hands out to the sides, bending your elbow 90 degrees, and keep your forehead down onto the floor. Lift the shoulders away from the floor and down away from your ears. Keep your shoulders nice and engaged. Lift your right leg, bend the knee, open the hip, and reach with your toes all the way to your left. Bring it back to center and change to the other side. Repeat twice more to each side. And right here in the center, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, bring it down. Lift your chest one more time. And now rock your hips a little bit side to side. You can also move your neck like you are a mermaid that just came out of the water. And press back, coming into a child's pose with your knees wide. extend the arms forward and let your chest come down towards the floor. Or you can make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on your arms. Whatever really feels like a good stretch here for you. Deep breath. Exhale. Come up. And staying with the knees wide. Take the left arm behind you, reach the floor, and with the right hand, massage this space between the shoulder and the chest, just below the collarbone. It's the pectoral muscles. And you might find that this place can be quite tender, but it's a very important place to pay attention to because it can be very tight and cause a lot of problems in our neck and shoulders. All right. And with your next inhale, reach the arm up and over as you lift the hips. Let's hold here for a few breaths. It might feel nice to move the head gently and feel what that's like. And slowly release. And let's go to the other side. I'm turning around, but you don't have to turn around. Take the right arm behind you and open up the chest. Massaging the pectoral muscles, encouraging this part of the body to release. It's very hard to release it. It's usually overworked. All right, and with your next inhale, lift the hips, reach the left arm up and over. A few breaths here and move your head gently. Exploring different sensations. And slowly bring it down. Bring your hands to the floor and press back into downward dog. And pedal your feet. Take your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And exhale, step your right foot forward outside the right hand. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, open the chest, bringing the hips forward. Exhale, take the hips back, extend the right leg, and it's okay for it to stay a little bit bent. Lift and spread the right toes. Inhale, come forward again. Exhale, take it back and repeat twice more. And step it back to downward dog once more time. Pedal it out. Left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And step it forward. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, opening the chest, letting the hips come forward. Exhale, take the hips back. Extend the spine. Spread the left toes. Inhale, forward again. Exhale, back. Create a little bit more space if you need to. And downward dog. Pedal the feet. Alright, let's bring the knees down and find your cushions. So we'll use at least 2 cushions, but if you have more, the more the better. You can use as many cushions as you need to prop yourself up and be very comfortable in pigeon pose. So we're going to go into pigeon using a few cushions. Keeping your cushions nearby, come into downward dog. Take your right leg up and open. And on the exhale, bring the knee down to the floor. And just notice where the angle of your leg is. So if you can turn your foot in and out, that's what we want to see, that you have enough internal, actually this is external rotation, to come down into pigeon. So some of us cannot rotate our foot in too much once we come down, and that's okay. So you just notice, and I'll show it here so you can understand the angles. So rotating the foot in, and then I can bring it down and bring my hips down. So for some of us, the ankle isn't going to come forward as much, and you don't want to force it because that's going to hurt your knee ligaments. So for some of us, the ankle needs to be closer to our hips, and that's totally fine. So you get to feel that out for yourself. So once we figure that out, we'll bring a cushion under the right hip, and that will give us a little bit of lift, a little bit more space. And then bring your other cushion or cushions, so you can have more, close to your belly on top of your right leg. Take a deep breath. Extend the spine. Exhale, come down towards the floor and make a pillow with your hands or your forearms, and find a place where your forehead can rest. So it's very important that the head has support so that the neck can let go. You can even support your head here or even here, whatever feels comfortable to you. But give your head a moment to rest. And we'll stay here for a few deep breaths. While we're here, release the muscles of your face. Let your face become slack and melt down to the floor. Release your jaw. Release everything. Make your way out. Okay. Let's go to the other side. First, come into downward dog. And pedal the feet. Let the hips sway from side to side. Now take that left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And slowly bring it under. And remember to create the rotation. And then slowly bring the hips down. Bring a cushion under the left hip. Flex the left foot. That's going to help protect the knee. If you feel any pinching in the knee, bring the foot closer to your hips. And take a deep breath here. Extend the spine. Open the chest. Bring the other cushion under your belly. And slowly ease your way down to the floor, finding something to rest your forehead on. So either you make a pillow with your hands, or if you have another cushion, you can have your forearms on that other cushion and be a little bit higher. Yoga blocks also work great. And let yourself soften here. Let go. Take deep breaths. Release your face. Let it go slack. Release your jaw. Exhale through your mouth. And slowly come up. Remove the cushions. And step back to downward dog. Pedal it out. And slowly come to lay on your spine. And bring the cushions under your knee. Move the shoulder blades down, away from the ears. Reach your Left hand down towards your feet. Reach, 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 reach. And drop it. Reach the right arm down towards the feet. Reach, reach, reach. And drop it. Reach your left leg down away from your head. Away, away, away. Reach, reach, reach. And drop it. Right leg. Spread those toes. Reach the leg down, down, away, away. And drop it. Lift arms and legs. Spread the toes. Spread the fingers. And drop it. Close your eyes. Let your whole body sink down into the floor. Feel the back of your body in contact with the floor. And allow yourself to melt into a puddle, as if your body was just spilling out on the floor. With each exhale, allowing deeper levels of release. Deeper levels of softening. Deeper levels of listening. And deeper levels of feeling. breath dancing within you. Feel the warmth of your body and the pulsing of life within you. And have this moment of full awareness of your life force, and have some gratitude for this magical miracle of life that happens. Somehow it's still happening. As you feel called, gently emerge from your resting position, or stay here resting longer as needed. And with this, I say thank you and goodbye. Lovely to practice here with you all by this fireplace and the warmth of the basement of the elder women that have so much love and so much wisdom to share with us. And I'm so grateful, so thankful to have elder women in my life. So bowing to them, bowing to you, and hoping that you have a lovely holiday season. And thank you. Goodbye. See you soon from the tropics. Surprise.